welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you guys are already subscribed. So I wanted to make this video for two reasons. One of them is a giveaway, and the other one is because I do see this question a lot along my platforms, which is, how do I know how much money to put into an envelope? So I will just give you my tips, okay? This is just what helped me and what I've been seeing that works for me. I think I'll use a marker just so that you guys can see better. So this is my paycheck breakdown sheet. This is what I do for my videos. I don't know if you guys watched my previous video, but I told you that I'm a very disorganized person. So for my video, I usually remake it to look nice, but in reality, this is what they look like. So my first advice would be to go back to your bank statements and write, or what I did is, for 1 month, I wanted to start budgeting in January of 2020, but I did not start until February, because all of January what I did, and I wish I had a picture here to show you, is I wrote down every single time I spent money on something, whether it was DoorDash or $2 for a coffee or anything, gave a tip to someone, gave money to someone, anything. I wrote it down and I realized how much money I spent on Amazon and DoorDash. Those were my reason to not be successful in this life, because at the time I was pregnant, I was hungry all the time. So DoorDash was, just my weak spot. And Amazon, I guess, I don't know, Amazon is Amazon. So you guys have to really look into that, because a lot of things are very small, but they add up, and we are not really aware of how bad it is. But in a month, I spent so much money on DoorDash. I don't even remember how much it was, but it was a lot. I was scared of myself. And just keeping yourself accountable is what actually makes you want to do better, and then you do better. So after you get that out of the way, you create a budget. So step 1 is break it down into bills, their date, and don't forget your debt. So this is not a budgeting video. If you guys want me to show you how I budget, then I can make a separate video. But once you have made your budget and you have allocated money you have to think about these things. So your bills, debt, and then you have to think about groceries, gas. These are like your weekly expenses, I would say. You can make categories for your children if it applies to you, or you can make sinking funds for them. My son is very small. He's only 1 year old, so when we go out, he doesn't really ask for anything, so he doesn't need any spending money. So you have to count these into your bills: groceries, gas. I would say that's it. I have Dunkin's and like spending money because I work on the road, and sometimes I do need something to drink. But that's just me. Once you have your budget, you take it out. Technically, let's say you get paid $1,000 and your bills are $500. You get $500 to work with. So this is just an example, okay? Then I would say step number 2 would be set goals based on experience. What does this mean? So you're gonna put out your sinking funds. So sinking funds are just technically savings categories that you're gonna kind of like build up over time, like Christmas, birthdays. You can make an envelope for holidays, for general savings challenges, and then you set out a goal of how much money you want to have. Of course, if my income per year is $40,000, I'm not gonna put $40,000 as a goal in one of my envelopes. Okay, we have to be realistic about our budget. But an example, I would say, for car, I have car insurance, but I do work on the road, and there was a time that I had to change my tire twice within 2 months. and that was $300. So I would say every 6 months I was spending $300 on the maintenance of my car. So a good goal for myself would be $600. This does not mean that this is set in stone. You can always move it around. That's the beauty of budgeting. You know, if it didn't work out this week, you change it for next week. If it didn't work out this month, you change it for next month. So that could be a goal. And then people do it differently. When you don't have a very set goal, like for me, an example would be medical. I pay a $25 copayment, but I do want to have some extra money just in case, you know, I have to buy medications and stuff. So it's not something that I have a set amount that I need to have this amount by this time. So I just add the minimum amount I can add, you know, once my more high priority categories are done. But with this, let's say you start budgeting by January, you have 52 weeks in a year. So if by the end of the year you want to have 600, you just divide 652 weeks, and you would have to put about $12 a week to reach your goal by the end of the year. If this is a goal that you have in 6 months, then you divide that by 2. So $600 in 26 weeks would be $23. Another example would be if you start in January and you want to have $1,000 in the Christmas category, and there's 52 weeks. I mean, let's take a month out. Let's say there's 40 weeks so that you kind of have time to buy $1,000 divided in 52. That means you would have to add about $20 per paycheck a week. If you get paid bi-weekly, then you just multiply that by 2. So that would be 40 per paycheck, or 80 a month. So that's how you know when you do it based on goals. You can reassess and change the amount if it didn't work out for you. And then, you know, if you see that it's the end of the year and you didn't meet your goals in some areas, but you have other envelopes that have kind of money sitting around, which is what I'm gonna do this year because I definitely made this mistake. You can always take money from other envelopes, okay? This is not set in stone, but I would just say set goals based on experience, and then you can create your high priority and then your low priority sinking funds. Let me pick up my cover here. So I can show you guys some of my categories. So these are my high priorities. So it would be an emergency fund, that my son, my house, health, of course, car, clothing. This is what I consider high priority, where I have goals. And these are just more like, you know, I'll kind of bulk up more when the time comes. I do not have any traveling plans, so I add $10 to this. Fun, I always add 5 because this is kind of like, we have I live in Massachusetts, so in winter there's not really much you can do. So I save up all year to use this in the summer, so I only put $5. Yearly, lower priority. My husband also, date night also. And these things too, because they're holidays, you know, it's not like I'm gonna die. And also, guys, don't feel bad if you're not putting a large amount. When I was pregnant, most of my sinking funds used to get $5. But if you think about it, if you add $5 or $10, let's do 10. In a whole year, that's $520, which I think it's great. And then let me see. I think that covered everything. If you guys have any questions or if this is unclear, just let me know. But yeah, after you wrote down your budget and you set your goals, just go down the list. That's what I do. So I like to write down how much I make, And then I usually start with my savings first, because if not, I'm gonna put all of my money into my sinking funds. My sinking funds have a decent cushion, so you know, there's not really any need for that. So I usually start with savings, then I do my high priority sinking funds, and then I leave my wallet and my lower priority for last. And you just go down the line, you know, reassess. I was only giving myself like $10 for spending money, and I did find myself going over budget, so I just started giving myself 50 for a few weeks and see if that works out better or if it's too much, and you move it around like that. You know, it's your budget, it's your rules. So yeah, now on to the giveaway part. So I went to Michael's the other day because I wanted an 18-month planner. So I found this one, a Happy Planner. I know that it's an 18-month, and it started in July. I don't mind because the whole year for 2023 is still there. So I'm gonna open it with you guys. I will probably just start it, you know, in October, because I am a very visual person. So I want to show it to you guys, because I like this, you know, to write down my appointments, what I've spent on, things that I need to do. I like the holidays to be like written out. Before I started budgeting and all of this stuff, I would just print a calendar from Google. But I did want a big planner. I tried a couple of budget books, but I just wasn't a fan. So I just found something that worked better for me. Let me see, we're in October. So yeah, this is the month we're currently at, but I know that it's starting July, so you're kind of wasting, what, 3 months? Maybe 4, it depends on when you started. But it still has all of 2023 here. But yeah, this is what it looks like. It has a calendar and then a weekly spread with bullets here. And I love it. This is nothing for budgeting. This is just a planner. So I went there, and these planners are usually $42, but I found them on sale. And you guys guess how much I paid for it. I want you guys to guess. But because I found them so cheap, I got 2 more, and I actually want to give these to 2 different people. I'm just gonna do a small giveaway, and then I'll keep doing these as time permits in my schedule. So I have 2. I chose 2 different colors. So to qualify for this giveaway, please just subscribe to my channel publicly so that I can check that you're subscribed. Be 18 years old, in the United States only. Sorry if you're watching from somewhere else. So to be entered to the giveaway, just do those 3 steps, and then down in the comments, just write #giveaway so that I know that you want to participate, because not everyone that watches the video wants to participate. And then just write which of these 2 would you be interested in the green one or the pink one. So be 18 years old, United States only for now. And then write in the comments #giveaway and then the color of the planner that you want. And then in my next video, I will be selecting a winner for this and a winner for this one. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions or want me to make a video on anything else, please drop it down in the comments. I'm always happy to share with you guys the knowledge that I have acquired through experience. So let's have a great financial week, and blessings to all.